Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT Science class of 8th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have completed the topic about the synthetic fiber, and also in that synthetic fiber we have studied the exercise also of the topic synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers, you have studied the synthetic fibers which is prepared in the factories with the help of petrochemical substance that we have studied in the previous class. Dear students, today we are going to start a new topic, that is metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. Non-metals, that is fourth topic. Fourth topic, that is metals and non-metals. Dear students, you must saw the objects which are hard and prepared with the help of minerals, or which are extracted in the form of minerals from the earth crust by a process called as the mining. Such materials are called as the metals. Metals are those substance which are extracted from the earth crust by a process of mining. Such materials are called as the minerals, or that is called as the metals. See, in our everyday life we saw the number of metals, the like iron metals, copper metal, then next silver, gold, aluminium, magnesium, then lead. See, then after this one, platinum. The different metals are there. Yes, the different types of metals are present. We are seeing in our everyday life. Different types of metals we are seeing. These metals which we extracted from the earth crust in the form of minerals. The next, they are mainly present in the form of ore. The raw metals also we can say raw metals, that is ore. The raw metals which we extracted from the earth crust, that is called as the ore. Next, dear students, here the study of metals. The study of metal we have given in special science, that is called as the metallurgy. The branch of science that deals with the study of metals. The branch of science that deals with the study of metals, that is called as the metallurgy. Isn't it? See, here we are studying the different metals, the extraction of metal, purification of metals and all, in the form of ores and all, the different procedures, how to extract the metals, we will study in a branch of science that is called as the metallurgy. Dear students, here what activity we have to do? We have to collect the different materials. Like iron nail, then next a chalk, a rubber, a wood, or copper, metal. We have to collect different metals and non-different metals and different materials we have to collect. Commonly take a chalk and an iron nail. First, collect this, or take two materials, that is chalk and Take chalk and an iron nail or iron ball. Take a hammer. Try to beat the pressure. Beat on the iron on a chalk. What happens? First, keep the chalk. Beat with a hammer. What happens? The iron, the chalk will fall into powder. That becomes soft powder. Chalk will become powder. That will turn to a powder form. And keep an iron nail, a large size iron nail or iron ball, and beat it with a hammer. What happens? We beat it with the hammers, with the heavy hammers. When we beat it, the iron it becomes powder? No. Iron will not turn to a powder. Chalk will turn to a powder. Yes. It means the metals is having the property. Metals having the property by which it will convert into a thin sheet. On beating. That property is called as the malleability. Different properties are there in case of metals. Now we will study the properties of metals. In which the first property, that is malleability. Malleability means when we beat the metals continuously, see what happens? The metal will turn to a thin sheet. The property by which the metal can be converted into a thin sheet, that property is called as the malleability. The property of metal by which it will convert into a thin sheet on beating, that property is called as the malleability. Yes. Next, dear students, come to the next property, that is ductility. You have studied the malleability, the property by which metal can be converted into a thin sheet by beating. The properties by which metals can be converted to a thin sheet is called malleability. Dear students, silver is the most malleable metal. Silver, we can form very thin layer with the silver. You might have saw that on a bottle of Complan or Horlicks bottle. See, when you open the Boost bottle or a Complan bottle, you will see a plastic layer, aluminium layer that you will tear with a sharp material. When you open the airtight bottle of Horlicks and all, you will get the thin layer that is packed to avoid from the air contact. That air thin fuel that is called as that is made by with the help of malleability, that is of aluminium fuel, or the fuel, the thin layer which is wrapped around the tablets, wrappers of tablets are capsules, that is wrappers of capsules, that is made up by the aluminium. Yes, that is they are formed by a process called as the malleability or malleable. All metals are the malleable in nature. It means the property by which, or malleability means the property of metal by which metals can be converted into a thin sheet. Metal can be converted into a thin sheet. That property is called as the malleability. Next come to the second property, that is ductility. Ductility means, take chalk. One more activity we will study. Take a chalk, large size chalk, and a metal ball or metal cube, and heat it. In the industry, what they are doing, with the help of metal ball, a single metal ball, that will convert it to a thin wire. The wires in the metal we can form on heating. With the help of machines and all, the metals can be converted into a thin wire. Is it possible to form a thin wire with the chalk or coal or any other wood and all? No. Why? Metal is having the unique property that can form a thin wire. That property is called as the ductility. If we form a thin layer, just like a layer of paper, the property of forming a layer with the help of metal, that is called as the malleability. The formation of a metal wire is called as the ductility. The property of metal by which a metal can be converted into a wire, thin wire, that property is called as the ductility. The property of metal by which a metal can be converted into a wire, that property is called as ductility. The property of metal by which a metal can be converted into a thin sheet or thin layer, that property is called as the malleability. Understood the meaning of malleability and ductility? Malleability means thin layer or the thin sheet. That here thin wire. See, gold is the most ductile metal, we can say. With the 1 gram of gold, the goldsmith, or we can form the thin wire up to 2 kilometers. 1 gram of gold can be stretched into a wire of 2 kilometers. It will not break, isn't it? It means gold is the most ductile metal. Gold is the most ductile metal. That is the property of metal. The properties of metals. The property of metal by which a metal can be converted to a thin wire. Thin wire is called ductility. To convert into a thin sheet or thin layer, that we can say that malleability. To convert it into a thin wire, is called as ductility. To make a wire, ductility. To convert into a thin sheet or thin layer like a paper, that is called as the malleability. Malleability, ductility. The properties are there. The properties of metals, that is, here first I will mention the properties of metals. First one, malleability. The second one is ductility. Then snorosity. Fourth one, conductivity. conductivity, malleability, ductility, sonorosity, conductivity, then lustrosity, lustrous also we can say. Lustrous, yes. Rigidity, better to write rigidity. Rigidity, rigidity, then melting point and boiling point. Melting point, boiling point. Yes, these are the properties of metals. The first two properties that we have studied, malleability, by which that will convert into a thin sheet. That is thin wire. To convert a metal into thin wire, that is called as ductility. The property by which a metal can be converted into a thin wire, that is called as ductility. Now come to the sonorosity. See, sonorosity. See, take a chalk and take a coin. Take a coin, lift in the air. See what happens? Launch in the air. What happens? When it strikes the floor, a hard floor. When both, see, chalk when it strikes to a hard surface and coin strikes to the hard surface. When coin strikes to the hard surface, it will produce a ringing sound like jan 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 jan. Isn't it? When a metal strikes to a hard surface, it will produce a ringing sound. That property of metal is called as the sonorosity. The property of metal by which the metal produces a ringing sound when it strikes to a surface of or hard material. That the property is called as the sonorosity. That is a ringing sound. Shortly we can say that a ringing sound. A ringing sound. The property of metal by which, or the property of metal in which the metal produces a ringing sound when it strikes to a surface or a hard surface. That property is called as the sonorosity. Yes? But non-metal that will not produce a ringing sound. See, take the chalk. It is a non-metal. It will not produce a ringing sound. It will not produce a ringing sound. But coins, when we launch, when the coins strikes to a surface, that will produce a ringing sound. That property of metal is called as the sonorosity. Next, dear students, conductivity. For that, dear students, take a metal or iron nail and a chalk and join an electric circuit. Join an electric circuit to the bulb. Join an electric circuit to the bulb. And here do one thing. The bulb will glow now. When you connect to the positive terminal and negative terminal to the two different terminals of the bulb will glow. Do one thing. Take a chalk and an iron nail. Here cut the circuit. In that circuit, you have to put the chalk first. What happens? The bulb will glow. When we put the chalk or when we connect the chalk to a electric circuit, the bulb will glow? No. Then keep it separate. Then take iron nail, connect into an electric circuit. Connect the iron nail to the terminals of the iron nail to the wires to terminals of the wire. Then the bulb starts to glow. That is called as the conductivity. It means metal allows the heat and electricity. Metal allows the heat and electricity to pass through them. That property of metal is called as the conductivity. Conductivity. Especially metal allows the heat and electricity to pass through them. That property is called as the conductivity. We have studied malleability, ductility, snorosity, and conductivity. Conductivity means the property of metal by which it will conduct or it allows the heat and electricity to pass through them. That property is called as the conductivity. Yes? Allows heat and electricity. Shortly I am going to write. Heat and electricity. Next, dear students, lustrous. Lustrosity or the lustrous. See what happens? You have taken iron ring or iron metal or any metal rods or metal wire. Take a sharpener, cut it with a sharp edge. Take a metal wire and a chalk. Take a metal wire and chalk. Cut the wire and chalk with a sharp edge. See what happens? When we cut it, we will not get a shiny surface on the chalk. But when we cut the metals with a sharp surface, the metal surface starts to glow, shiny surface. The cut end of the metal shows a shiny surface. That property of metal is called as the lustrosity or the lustrous. That is shiny surface. Shiny surface. The property of metal by which it produces a shiny surface when it cut with a sharp material. That shiny surface property or the property that is called as the lustrosity or the lustrous. Yes. Next, dear students, turgidity or the rigidity or turgidity we can say. See, all metals, take iron, copper, silver, gold, platinum, even you can take potassium, sodium, magnesium, calcium, platinum. All these metals are hard in nature, except mercury. Mercury is present in the liquid nature. Mercury is a metal which is present in the liquid nature. But rest of all the metals, they are hard. That property by which the metals are hard in nature, are hard to touch, that property is called as the turgidity or the rigidity. Yes. Next, dear students, after this one, the melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point. See what happens here? Metals that will melt. If you are going to heat the metals, it takes a lot of high amount of heat. That will not melt easily. When we go to the melt a metal, it consumes a lot of heat energy. It means it will melt at a high temperature. We can say that high melting point and high boiling point. Isn't it? High melting point and boiling point. See what happens? In case of all the metals, the melting point is there, high melting point and boiling point. Isn't it? These are the properties of metals. In examination, he may ask, write the properties of metals. and non-metals also. See, we have compared with the chalk. Chalk is a non-metal. See, metals are the malleable. It means by which metals can be converted into a thin sheet. Then ductility, malleability, ductility, the property of metal by which the metals can be converted into a thin wire. Then snorosity, the metals. See first, malleability. Malleability means the property by which the metal can be converted into a thin sheet. The all metals are the malleable, but non-metals are non-malleable, that will not be able to convert into a thin sheet. The non-metals, the carbon, the sulfur, phosphorus, these are the non-metals that is unable to convert into a thin sheet. When we beat with the hammer on the non-metals, that will be converted into a powder. That's why all non-metals are the non-malleable. All metals are the malleable. Yes. Next, ductility. All metals can be converted into a thin wire. Thin wire. But the non-metals is unable to form into a wire, like carbon. With the help of carbon, nitrogen, and next phosphorus, we are unable to form the wire, thin wire, long wire. It means non-metals are non-ductile. And next, snorosity. When we strikes or when we throw the metals and non-metals on the surface, the metal produces the ringing sound, but non-metals that will not produce the ringing sound. That the property of metal by which it produces the ringing sound, that property is called as the snorosity. But metals, they doesn't have the property of snorosity. It means they will not produce a ringing sound. Yes. Next, dear students, conductivity. The metals allow the heat and electricity to pass through them, but non-metals that will not allow the heat and electricity to pass through them, except the graphite. Graphite only a non-metal that allows the heat and electricity to pass through them. But all the metal allows the heat and electricity to pass through them. That is the good conductor of heat and electricity. Next, dear students, lustrosity. When we cut the metals and non-metals, they will produce a ringing sound. See, when we cut the metals with the sharp materials, the metals produce a shiny surface. And when we cut the non-metals with a sharp surface, non-metals will not produce a shiny surface. That's why the non-metals are non-shiny or non-lustrous, except graphite. Graphite is a shiny. Yes. Then rigidity. Most of the metals are the hard and rigid, but non-metals are not hard. They are soft, or they are present in the gaseous form, in all the different forms. But all metals are present in the solid form, but non-metals are not present in solid form. They are present either in solid, liquid, and gas. In all these three forms, the non-metals are present. Like carbon dioxide is present in the gaseous form, nitrogen is a non-metal that is present in the gaseous form, then graphite is a non-metal which is present in the solid form, bromine is a non-metal that is present in the liquid form, isn't it? They are present in the different forms. The next, melting point. In case of metals, high melting point is that will melt at a high temperature, but non-metals that will not melt at means that having less melting point compared to the metals. The remaining we will study in the next class about the different concept of metals and non-metals.